So here is our second part of the assignment for this week. We'll probably get this started Monday, but likely have to finish it up on Wednesday, I'm assuming. We've got a basketball court. Some of the dimensions, 50 feet wide, and that would be to the inside of the 2-inch line. And then 47 feet or 94 feet overall to the inside of the line. So we're going to go, actually draw half of this, and then we can just mirror it to the other side because it is symmetrical. Both teams need to be shooting at the same area. So we'll start with the 47 feet by 50 feet. So let's go over to MicroStation. If I didn't mention it in the previous, we should have saved this as Project 4. I may not have mentioned it in the previous video. So we're going to change to our basketball level. And I'm actually going to come down here and uncheck volleyball. So we'll just leave that turned off for now, and we'll be working in the basketball level. I think I'll draw this in green just so it has a contrasting color. So as we mentioned, we have 47 feet, so I'm just going to draw a line 47. Let me go back up to our settings, design file, working units. I'm still in feet and inches to 1/8 inch, so that's fine. And we'll draw a vertical line now 50 feet, and we'll come back to 47, and then this will be our center line, 2 inches wide. So I want to just move that :1. So it's actually going to be a 1 inch. When we mirror this, it'll make a 2-inch strip. We're going to take we can use the copy tool because we're just copying straight. :2, :2, and :2. And then we'll just trim these edges off. Okay. If we look at our image now, let's look at our basket. We can kind of use that to start out with. We know that the center line of the basket is 63 inches from the inside of the court. And then the backboard, not sure if we can see what the distance is. We know it's 19 feet 9 inches. I'm trying to find this dimension right here. 63 inches right there. I was looking right at it. 63 inches to the center line. And then the distance to the backboard is 4 feet. Okay. That's where these dotted lines come in. 4 feet to the face of the backboard. So we'll come back here at 72 inches. We'll do the backboard first. If I come right in here to the center point, hit the left and right mouse button for a tentative, hit O, and we said that was going to be 4 feet to the face of the backboard. 72 inches, so we can do 72 inches would be 6 feet, so we're going to go 3 feet, and we'll make it 2-inch backboard. So :2, 6, :2, and back to the beginning. So there's our backboard, and 63 inches to the center of the hoop. So we're going to find the center point, left and right mouse button, hit O. We're going to come out :63, left click. It's an 18-inch diameter, so we're going to key in :9 for the radius. So there's our backboard and our hoop. So now let's go back to our drawing. The width of our court is going to be, or the free throw area is going to be 12 feet wide. Don't show that message again. That's what I needed. So it's 12 feet to the appears to be the outside of the foul shooting area. So we'll go ahead and draw a couple of straight lines there, 6 feet off either side. So we'll go, whoops, left and right mouse button, hit O. We're going to go up 6 and just draw a straight line in. We'll trim it later. Left and right, O, and go 6 in this direction. I'll just extend that out. We're going to copy that in, colon 2, and this in, colon 2. And we'll go back and take another look at our drawing. The radius is 19 foot 9 inches, and that lines up with the top of the free throw, and it's taken from the center of the basket. So what we'll do is go 19 foot 9 inches. If we go to our smart line, left and right mouse button right on the center of our basket, hit O, and we're going to go up 19 colon 9, hit the tilde key, come back to the center line, and we're going to swing that arc 180 degrees. And that should be, it says 19 foot 9 inch radius to the outside of the 3-point line. So we need to copy that or parallel it with our 3-9 tool in 2 inches. And then we can come up here and just draw a straight line, hit enter, whoops, here, and hit enter again at this point. And we're actually putting our 3-point shooting right on the mark. I know I'm going kind of fast with this, but you'll get the point. If we look back at our drawing, we know that our radius is going to be 6 feet because we know it's 12 feet wide. So all we need to do here is go back to our point, and that was to the outside. So if I just start here, left and right, actually I can start right there and go in 6 with the tilde key and then key in 6. This, if I rotate it 90 degrees and then find the same point, go in 6 and swing it in the other direction, that should line right up with that outside line. And then we'll parallel that 2 inches and 2 inches, and we can just do it right here. 2 inches and 2 inches. You can see this kind of mixes up a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll kind of trim this off so it kind of neatens it up a little bit. We'll just make some gaps here in the line. And now we can use our trim tools to trim this to this. And I want that to, oh, that's just an extra line. This to this, and then this to this. Actually, we just want to extend that line to there. And then I think we can take this line right out of there. That just cleans up that intersection. So our foul line, if we go back to our picture, is at 19 feet to the outside of the 2-inch line. So we'll just start here, hit O, we're going to go out 19, which is actually right where that intersects with the arc, and then copy that one back, or mirror or parallel it back, colon 2, and then we'll just go in here and we'll clean that one up a little bit. And we can trim this off with our trim tools. Okay. Now we've got some other dimensions here that we're going to look at, which is our, I don't know what they call these, but they're 2 inches wide, 8 inches deep, these hash marks that are going to be on the side of the foul shooting area, the free throw area, and it's 7 feet out from the inside of the line, and the first one is going to be 1 foot wide by 8 inches. So let's put that one on first. Out 7 feet, so left and right, hit O. We're going to come out 7. We're going to go up, colon 8, whoops, 1 foot, and then back in, colon 8. If we look back at our drawing, then from there it goes 3 feet, 2 inches, 3 feet, 2 inches, 3 feet, and 2 inches. They're all 8 inches deep, so that should be pretty straightforward. Left and right, hit O. We're going out 3 feet, and we're going to go colon 3, or excuse me, colon 8, colon 2, back colon 8. You should be able to take this whole thing now and copy it, 3 colon 2 and 3 colon 2. I believe that gives us, if I measure this distance between here and here, it's exactly 3 feet by adding that 2 inches and exactly 3 feet there. Let's see, is that all we need? Looks perfect. We'll take these and take our selection tool and drag through all of those pieces, and we're going to do a mirror copy on a horizontal axis, make copy, and we can just use the center of our hoop to make that. And we'll go in here now and we're going to break this line. Oops, I guess that one's already broke. Get the wrong tool. There we go. 3, 2, break that one, break that one, that one, and then we can use our 7-4 tool to just trim these off. And while we're at it, we'll break this line and go ahead and trim that one with our 7-4. Same thing down here. Let's go ahead and break them all first. Break the element. This one to this one. Break a gap there, 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 and there. And then go back to 7-4. Trim them out. Beautiful. Alright, now let's go back to our drawing, see what's next. We're going to have a half circle in here. Appears to be 12 feet in diameter, so we're going to have a 6 foot radius. 6 foot radius outside. It says 6 foot radius outside. So we'll go back to our drawing. We're going to find the center point. Take our smart line tool. Find the center point. Hit the O. We're going to go up 6 feet. Hit tilde. Back to the center, swing the arc 180 degrees, and that was said 6 feet to the outside, so we're going to mirror that or parallel it straight in colon 2, and we'll just make a gap and trim that one out. Does that line go all the way through? Yes. So we'll come back here. And we're just going to trim this to this, this to this, back up to the top, and that completes the center circle. Not sure if there's a, sometimes they have a dot in the middle, but that's probably hockey. Alright, now we got a coach's box from the center line down. It's 2 inches wide by 3 feet deep, extending 3 feet into the court, and it's 28 feet from the inside line. So 3 feet, 3 feet, 2 inches. Go back to our drawing, 28 feet. Come down here. We're going to start on this side. We're going to say left and right, hit O. It's going to go 28. We're going to go in 3 and colon 2 and back down 3. We'll select that and we'll mirror that to the other side. I really need a center point here. Now we'll use I know it's 2 inches. How about like left and right, right there, hit O and go down 1 inch. Oh, colon 1 inch, sorry. There we go. That finds the center point. So there's one coach's box. It'll be mirrored on the other side. It's only on one side of the court, so we'll just break this here, break it here, and then we'll trim it out. Seven, 4, again, trim 2 elements to the intersection. So that's the coach's box. We have an X at the scorer's table. If we look at that, we see that an X is required right here at the edge, and that identifies who the official scorer is to the referees, and they should be setting right behind that X. So we'll go ahead and see if we can draw a little X on there. Doesn't have any particular dimensions, so we'll just let's just draw a rectangular shape. We'll go 2 inches, keep it consistent, not 2 feet, colon 2 by about there. We take that object and rotate it now, let's say 45 degrees, and then mirror it to its intersection on a vertical axis about center. Let's try that, like that. Now here's something we haven't dealt with too much, and that's a Boolean operation. Because these are two shapes, we can take our 6-4 tool, create region, and find the Boolean union. These are old Venn diagrams where we're finding the union of this shape and this shape together to make the X. Now we'll just pull this over, take our selection tool, take our move tool, grab it right by this center point of the apex, and we hit enter and then just lock it right there. So that identifies the location of the official score to the referees. Let's go look at our model again, and let's see, what are we missing? Hash marks, free throw line, X scorers table, and we've got these dotted lines. It says restraining line, 12-inch segments, 6 feet back. So, and they're 12-inch by 2-inch segments. We'll put a 3-inch gap between them. So if we just come over here and we'll change our color, let's do this in red, and we'll just come up here and we're going to create a 1 foot by colon 2-inch rectangle. I'm going to move this and enter right to the outside edge of our circle, or our court, and now I'm going to move it 6 feet. Just hit the inside edge and key in 6 feet. Now if I copy that, I'm going to copy it 1 foot 3 inches, or say colon 15. Yeah, it's probably not enough. Let's say 16. Give it a little bit more of a gap. Now here's the thing you can do. You can say copies, let's say 20 copies of it. If I click it here again and go down the same distance, it'll make 20 copies of that. And I'll just do it again. Remember, it indexes that color, or the number that we moved it to the distance, and we'll just save that for the other end. So there's our outside line. Now let's see if there's anything else. Coaches, team bench area. I think we've got everything in here. They want 10 feet on the sidelines. We won't worry about that just yet. Okay, now we'll go back to our court and we're going to select the whole thing. Hold down the control key because we don't need to select the X. We don't want to mirror that. We're going to take our mirror tool. We're going to put it about a vertical axis. We're going to place it, uncheck about element center. I want to make a copy and I want it to be right there. Before we even zoom out, I'll take my 7/4 tool and we'll trim this to this, this to this, zoom up, this to this, and this to this. There's our basketball court. We can turn on our volleyball court and see how that's going to fit in here. We're going to want to rotate it when we're ready to put it in, but for now we can see what the volleyball court and the basketball court looks like. Now if you have enough end room, we could certainly put 2 volleyball courts on either end here if we knew what the dimensions were, but I think what we'll do in this case is just center it right in the middle of the court and rotate it all horizontal. So I can turn off, I can make volleyball my active level, turn off basketball, and we'll zoom out of this a little bit. Take the entire thing, entire court, and we'll rotate that 90 degrees, just like this. Keep it selected because then we can take our basketball court, we can grab the center of the court, we're going to move it. Take your move tool. If we find the center point of this court, which is right there, and move it to the center point of our circle, which is right there, I believe. Okay, got to move it 1 inch. :1. There we go. Yeah, both the center courts line up now. And that actually lines everything else up. So if we look at it now, we can see that the green, the basketball court, where the lines are going to fall, how they're going to be painted on there. And what we're going to do now is put this on a sheet file and dimension it and use it for our assignment number 4. And we'll do that in an additional video that I'll be putting in a little bit later. Okay, thanks.